Baseball had always been a major part of his life. His dad had played minor league baseball for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he had dreamt of playing professionally too. But on the final day of his sophomore year of high school, he was hit in the face with baseball bats. Just as his classmate took a full swing, the bat slipped out of his hands and came flying towards him before striking him directly between the eyes. He had no memory of the moment of impact. The bat smashed into his face with such force that it crushed his nose into a distorted shape. The collision sent the soft tissue of his brain slamming into the inside of his skull. Immediately a wave of swelling surged throughout his head. In a fraction of a second, he had a broken nose, multiple skull fractures, and 2 shattered eye sockets. While a stream of blood rushed from his broken nose. Shocked and confused, he was unaware of how seriously he had been injured. His body was unable to handle the rapid swelling in his brain, and he lost consciousness before the ambulance arrived. Minutes later, he was carried out of school and taken to the local hospital. This is serious. God help him. Shortly after arriving, his body began shutting down. He struggled with basic functions like swallowing and breathing. He had his first seizure of the day. Then he stopped breathing entirely. Wow. Breathing entirely. Stop breathing entirely. This is serious. Could it be the end of his life? God help him. Let's proceed. As the doctors hurried to supply him with oxygen, they also decided the local hospital was unequipped to handle the situation and ordered a helicopter to fly him to a larger hospital in Cincinnati. By the time the helipad landed at the hospital floor, the swelling in his brain had become so severe that he was having repeated post-traumatic seizures. His broken bones needed to be fixed, but he was in no condition to undergo surgery. After yet another seizure, the third of the day, he was put into a medically induced coma and placed on a ventilator. As the day faded into night, a series of machines kept him alive. Mercifully, by the next morning, his breathing had rebounded to the point where the doctors felt comfortable releasing him from the coma. Let's proceed. When he finally regained consciousness, he discovered that he had lost his ability to smell. Wow. He cannot smell. Yes. As a test, a nurse asked him to blow his nose and sniff an apple juice box. The sense of smell returned. But to everyone's surprise, the act of blowing his nose forced air through the fractures in his eye socket and pushed his left eye outward. Anybody? Pushed left eye outward. Okay, there you go. His eyeball bulged out of the socket, held comprising in place by his eyelid and the optic nerve attaching his eye to his brain. The ophthalmologist said his eye would gradually slide back into place as the air seeped out, but it was hard to tell how long this would take. He was scheduled for surgery 1 week later, which would allow him some additional time to heal. It looked like he had been on the wrong end of the boxing match, but he was cleared to leave the hospital. He returned home with a broken nose, a half-dozen facial fractures, and a bulging left eye. The following months were hard. It felt like everything in his life was on pause. He had double vision for weeks. He literally couldn't see straight. It took more than a month, but his eyeball did eventually return to its normal location and well, that's wonderful. That's an improvement. Okay? Between the seizures and his vision problems, it was 8 months before he could drive a car again. That is serious. At physical therapy, he practiced basic motor patterns like walking in a straight line. He was determined not to let his injury get him down. But there were more than a few moments where he felt depressed and overwhelmed. He became painfully aware of how far he had to grow when he returned to the baseball field 1 year later. Baseball had always been a major part of his life. His dad had played minor league baseball for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he had dreamed of playing professionally too. After months of rehabilitation, what he wanted more than anything was to get back on the field. But his return to the baseball was small. When the season rolled around, he was the only junior to be called from the varsity baseball team. He was sent down to play with the sophomores on junior varsity. This is sad. He had been playing since age 4. And for someone who had spent so much time and effort on the sport, getting caught was humiliating. He vividly remembered the day it happened. He sat in his car, cried as he flipped through the radio, desperately searching for his son that could make him feel better. This is touching, like seriously. It's touching, but for anyone in this condition doesn't have to give up. Okay. After a year of self-doubt, he managed to make the varsity team as a senior, but he really made it on the field. In total, he played 11 innings of high school varsity baseball, barely more than a single game. Viewers at home, can you guess whose story I've been telling you so far? If you can, drop your answer right in the comment section. I'll look forward to it. And in the next video, I'll tell you whose story I've been telling you. By the way, I'm Fatima Zaro. Recently, I renewed my habit of reading and I joined a group of like-minded readers. In the group, we read about this particular book and we are reading, analyzing it, why we implement it in our daily activities. This channel will be based on reading books by great authors that we can pick one or two things to learn from. So I would like you to subscribe to my channel, click on your notification button, and be the first person to see the next video we will be dropping. I can't wait to explore this journey. I'm made to go on this amazing journey together with you.